Hello everybody and welcome to this new series that I have going. This series is going to be about me analysing Shazoo gameplay from tournaments that we play in, so that'll be wins that were against really good opponents or losses, to analyse what goes wrong, what went right, as well as to analyse some things for the other teams as well, why they kinda lost or why we kinda lost or why we won, just to help the viewers watching the video get a better understanding of my personal opinion of how it went and what I think people needed to do right or what they did do right to win. So what we're going to be doing today is the game that we played on Friday. It was Northern Gaming. Played them in a series on Gfinity, won 3-0, which was a big shock, probably the biggest shock of the tournament. It was a shock to us as well for winning. So we'll get right into that series and we can break down what happened. Getting into game one here of Northern Gaming versus Shazoo. See, Gerry gets a good kick off to the side. Camera stuff's going to be bad, so I apologise. But you can see there, nice wee pop up centre, early shot, just to let them know we're in the game. MX follows up. So really, we had a quite good rotation to start off. I was back early enough, but I got beat there, but Maestro missed the target. So right now it's just kind of back and forward. Nobody's really doing much wrong. Maybe we're a wee bit too bunched up at the moment. Gerry gets a nice demo. Kind of stops some pressure. But yeah, right now it's just kind of back and forth. Not really much going on. A bit of a bad clear by Remkoe. Gives us half an opportunity, but we can't really capitalise. So right now, that's kind of a bad mistake there. All of us came back in a line. And there was no one really pressuring the ball, which was an issue. As you can see, they keep the pressure up quite well now. They kind of get us in our half. I should have challenged that probably, but I didn't. And this very first goal was a mess, as you can see right here. I'm pretty sure none of us had boost, but it all starts for here. MX should not fly for this, I don't think. Although, if I remember the situation. MX called this, but he already called it about here. Like he was about here when he called it. He was going for it, and Gerry was also going for it. And then because MX called for it, Gerry left it. But there was this confusion in comms there, which meant nobody went for it. And it led to this situation where I had no boost, Gerry had no boost, and MX now had no boost because he'd used it all to get there. So it's just bad communication, that situation, which totally screwed us for the clear. Unfortunate, but I mean, it does happen, so it's forgivable. This one here, what happens? Off the kickoff, MX gets it off to the side high. Gerry goes for the touch. I went for the boost in front of him. In fact, was it me? No, it was MX went for the boost in front of him. What was I doing? I was just hanging around mid, so I wasn't really doing anything. I should have probably rotated back here. My rotation was really late, and instead of going to goal, I then tried to challenge right here, and Gerry was trying to get it by him, and basically that was just a rotation issue. I should have went straight all the way back. I should have went back to like here. I should have followed that boost and took these two boosts and been in goal. So that Gerry could get an easy touch back, but I decided to challenge, be aggressive, and it was just hit by me. So early on, 2-0 down. Right now we're kind of feeling like, right, two silly mistakes, but we're challenging them, so let's just keep at it. That's kind of the mentality we were going at. You can see we're spreading out quite well. Kind of two up front, one's kind of hovering around back. Try to keep our pressure, getting really good 50-50s on them, and they're starting to spread out more, but it seems like their kind of rotations aren't that smooth. Like they're making some mistakes in who's going for it, what times and stuff. But again, half chance for them. They couldn't really deal with it. Get nice wee clears, and then that's what happens here. two people, me and Gerry went for this. Gerry got the hit up high, and then Maestro here, what has he done? Was it Maestro? No, it was Pashy, sorry. Double jump up, we didn't do a quick jump, he just done a normal double jump, and the ball was going behind him, and basically, he was out of the game because of the touch. And then Maestro's going back, Remkoe goes for the touch, misses it. I get a free shot on net, and I'm pretty sure Maestro didn't. Maestro went to challenge for some reason, and basically just gave me a free goal. So that was just on their behalf. Messed up by Pashy, and then 2 bad rotations from the other 2 players, which gave us a free goal. So that's 2-1 back in the game. As you notice, we're not creating all the pressure. We're withstanding their pressure and what they're doing, and then we're countering it. We're using it to our advantage. That's what you kind of notice here. They do spend quite a lot of time attacking us, but we always get the breaks, which is really important. So you can see there's a loose 50-50. Pause it right here. Pashy Maestro go for the ball. Look how far Maestro's back. He's in his own half, just at the edge of the D. All 3 of us here. I've just landed, and the ball's, as you can see, the distance from me to the ball, and then the distance from Maestro to the ball. The ball's going to smack off the roof, so it's probably going to land around here, which means it's kind of on its way. Let's see. So there you go, landing right about here probably. Look at this distance. The advantage I've got here, so much earlier. And as you can see, Maestro tries to challenge, but he's just too late because of how far back he was sitting. He was doing the right thing, trying to be patient and make sure he didn't get a long shot. But as soon as the ball broke out in the 50-50, he just lost his patience and he just tried to challenge it. Free goal for me, run down the pitch. So that was good for us because we withstood their attack. MX done a really, really good 50-50, and I managed to get a good landing, which meant it gave me just perfect timing to get the touch through. You can see there, but I was in a bad position here for this touch, so I just hit it to the side, give my teammate more time to rotate into defence, and from there we just kind of build up and working our way out. Really good clear by Gerry. MX follows up, and then Gerry's following kind of centre just in case it goes to him, but he didn't. So then you see he has his perfect rotation out, and then I was allowed to go up front. So it created some pressure, didn't get anything from it, so they attacked us. At this point, I had 0 cover, and I knew both of them were up front, and I knew, because I could see Remkoe right here in front of him, and then it was Pashy, so I was thinking to myself, Remkoe's going to go for this boost and try and go for me, and Pashy might try and wait on that, so I need to turn, and I need to challenge that instantly, because if I don't, he's sweeping round, and he's just going to come hit me from the side, and I'll be dead. Maestro sitting in the middle just in case it goes this way, and obviously Gerry and MX when I get back. So I got the 50-50 and basically broke their whole attack because all of them were pressuring with the intention of one of them are going to score. The early block just took it all out, put pressure back on them, and basically just helped run the clock down a little bit more. Bad touch by me, but we get away with it because Maestro couldn't really do anything with it. You can see all of us here, I'm pretty sure, have boost now, so we're all well stocked up as they're kind of starting their attack. I get a padded hit, Gerry follows it up, which is important, and then I'm sitting in the middle just in case anything happens. Gerry misses it, and then I go for the challenge. MX has been smart, he's been really patient because both of us, like as you see here, at all this time, both of us were in front of MX. So he's noticed that and he's saying, right, I cannot go any further because I am the last man. And he recognises it, and as soon as he sees Gerry start to flip by him, and obviously I'm going back, instantly he's in there, he's challenging. He doesn't win the challenge, but the fact that he was aware that he was the third man is extremely important at high level gameplay. Mistakes on defence there. Good 50-50 by Gerry, nice wee clear. So basically a lot of this game has been about, we've been challenging really early and we've not been giving them the chance to actually create like a long attack, like, because Northern Gaming like to break you down with a maybe a 30-second attack. We weren't allowing that to happen, and it just showed. You see here we kind of start to make a play down the right hand side. I get a clear, Gerry flicks it up and I redirect so that Remkoe can't hit it. And this is when MS does really well. He gets aggressive in the middle. Even though he's third man, he has the confidence to step up because he knows no one's challenging him. So in he comes, hits it right off the wall, perfect bounce up to the middle, allows me to come up here. This shouldn't have been a goal. As you see right here, on the ball, I get a good rotation turn out, but these two right here, Remkoe's going up the wall backwards, and Maestro's coming across straight, both looking at the ball, so Maestro will not have been able to see him whatsoever. Hits him, and then that puts both of them off, gives me a free goal. So that puts us from 2-0 down, deficit, to 3-2 with 35 seconds left. Again, kickoff's been quite even this series, or this game. And trying to keep some pressure, done a bad touch, was really risky. They get a little redirecting gameplay. Although, important clear by MX, it floats out, which delays it. All of us are in the one spot there, which is really bad. Gerry landed, I was waiting, and MX would turn him back round. Possibly one of us should have been away. I should have probably been maybe over here trying to get a boost. Last 10 seconds of the game, get the ball out to mid, and then Gerry pushes it further down. They try and clear it off that wall to try and bounce it out. Like, the intention here by Maestro, I think, is to hit it off of this area of the wall, like this side right here, rather than here, and it's going to bounce out to here, and then they can try and come up the wall. But because it came out centre, two of them over here, free goal for me, and that's the game right there. Come back to win. So you see from that game, the main issues for teams were rotation and 50-50s. That's the two crucial points in that game. But we'll do that straight into game 2. See if any teams fix up the fact that maybe the rotations were off or whatever. Move back out. Yeah, apologise for the really bad camera work. Not quite caster ability, so hopefully I'll improve that. Gerry gets a good clear up top, passes on the wall. There's a lot of wall play to begin with here. We're out spaced out in a nice triangle there, whereas NG are sitting quite close to each other right now. We're doing really well at holding the pressure on their half, keeping the pressure on, making sure they just can't get the ball out. You see here, Gerry, awesome pass into the middle. Almost 90 degrees. MX, right here I called I was coming in, but MX had the confidence to sit. He knew he had the angle. You can see, perfect touch, right in front of him, before the defender could get there. And in the end, even though I called it, it was the right decision for him to make. Took off high again. I'm on a touching to the side because I had no boost. Missed the clear, Gerry gets it, and then MS follows up Gerry's touch, but that was all my fault because I missed the initial clear and it just put a lot of pressure on us there. Again, immediately getting the pressure on them, not letting them clear it, keeping it pretty much almost in their box. Gerry came up a wee bit too much there. He was hopefully waiting on a wee opportunity. Just unfortunate the angle he came in at, shot him by the ball. MX covers him nicely so Gerry can get back, and then MX holds the pressure, and then Gerry rotates into the middle while I rotate back. So you can see our rotations right now are not a normal like circular rotation, but we're kind of diving in and out of each other. But the way we're making it work is someone's always covering someone else, which is why it's benefited us a lot this series from game 1 win. And you can see this first 1.5 minutes of the game, we've been in their half about a whole minute, like out of that 1.5. Very rarely have they come in our half and stayed there, but now you can see they've kind of started to add the pressure, starting to get a wee bit more tempo and flow, and we just kind of like we break it up in a pair. We didn't go like just one at a time, like as in one man trying to do all of it. Like you can see, MX and Gerry both helped each other get out of that situation, which is crucial because if you're helping each other and then you're maybe only against one attacker, then perfect. I get to clear up top, just at the halfway. Remkoe has the back in, but Gerry's there to answer on the wall. So this is when they're kind of starting to have pressure on us now. I think right now we don't really have that much boost. We're kind of running around a bit ragged right now. Two of us went for that ball, but Gerry was nice patient. And the very important thing here, which helped us, Remkoe's on the wall, he's going that way. Pashy's going that way as well. Maestro, I'm guessing he has no boost. Right, he's just took the boost there. And that's just, because Maestro wasn't able to challenge that, like see right now, where that ball is, I would have expected Maestro to already have been about here. Like, that's kind of how I'd expect their tempo to be at. So by the time Gerry's tried to touch that down, Maestro would have been here. And he wouldn't have been able to touch it down. But give him the time, and just gave him that confidence to take the touch. Like, even if Gerry never quite got the clear, like, just getting the time to take the touch down, like, it does a whole lot of confidence psychologically, even if you wouldn't think it did. Ball's coming across here. Nice little touch over one. Try to get by two. This is where I think I was trying to get by this guy. Yeah, a nice wee flick here. But MX came challenging in as well. And then here, me and MX were not enough communication there. We're stuck in the same spot. But again there, Maestro and Remkoe both went up for this as well. Oh, it was Pashy, sorry. I keep misreading it. Pashy just misread where the touch was going to go. So far from this, I would say we're doing really well challenging as a team and making sure we're not doing things alone. Rotations are really good. Sometimes from the comms you've seen us go for two people go for the same ball, but majority of the time we've been doing quite well at spacing out, breaking down their attacks. I think at this point I came up a wee bit too far, which has left it really risky for her getting chipped, but I managed to get the quick jump up and touch it off the bar, and basically where it went, both my teammates got time to come back. And here, this is very crucial. This looks really bad just from like a viewing point of view, but right here I called that I had 30 boost or something like that, I'm sure. Gerry and MX were coming towards the goal, and one, like a rule of thumb, like if the ball's coming towards your goal and you're on this side of it, if you have a teammate over here, this teammate should be the very first person that's clearing the ball, because it's the safest. And right when Gerry was on the wall up here, he said, Oneill, this is your ball, I'm not touching this. And MX said the exact same thing, he said, I'm not touching it. So they both knew that I was getting this ball. And just because of how late it was left, MX was kind of like, oh, has he got it? But yeah, really crucial communication at that point, which ultimately helped us get that clear. And especially at 1-0, 1:30 left, could have changed the game a lot. So we've been doing really well at keeping the ball away from our goal as much as possible. When it's been near our goal, it's only been for a few seconds at a time, not like half a minute or more. Right here, because the previous 15 seconds, 20 seconds, we've had pressure on us. I had no boost, MX had no boost, so we said we're going to sit back, Gerry. We're just going to recharge our boost and then we'll come back. I went up to challenge in the middle, didn't get it, but I made them do something. I made them flick it in at the corner, and as you see here, Maestro and Gerry pinch it right off our bar, out the other side, and just because it goes out the other side, it totally resets the attack. MX gets a nice clear, and then as you see, we're getting strung out here a bit. Our rotations are longer, which is kind of bad at this point in time because they're starting to speed up their gameplay. Maestro hits a nice shot, not Maestro, I'm so bad at this. Remkoe hits a nice shot, but he hits it straight at me in goal, and I'm able to flick it to the side. So you can see they're kind of playing solo, or not really linking up, passing to each other, which is kind of unexpected when we were coming up against them. We thought they'd be a lot more passing and being in our face, but they didn't really do it. So it was more solo and kind of linear, the kind of things they were doing. It was really readable. So last 30 seconds, we've just been challenging things Back down there, half last 10. MX stayed on the wall, touch anything that was coming. Comes out, MX touches it, I miss, and then MX gets another 50-50 win, and Gerry just falls in, last second of the game, gets a goal. There you go, you'll have that win. Again, what we done really well that series was, that game to make it 2-0 in the series, was rotation was still really good. In the last minute and a half, it got a little longer, and that's how you see Northern Gaming had a lot more better looking chances. But overall, the rotations were really good. The challenges again were really good. We were challenging 50-50s and the bounce right after the 50-50, as well as kickoffs. Our kickoffs were really good. Obviously, there wasn't really that many in this game, but when we did do them, there wasn't a risk of conceding a goal instantly. So we'll go into the very, very last game of the series. Again, another really good kickoff here. MX there to follow up really quickly. They're a bit more ragged now. They're trying to force things to happen. As you can see, they're not really doing things in pairs, they're doing them alone. So there you go, he's challenging himself, but he doesn't have anybody close following him up. So their rotations are, look, they've got a really wide triangle. Gerry, what happened to Gerry here? Gerry was just turning, I came out in front of him. So because I cut off where Gerry was going to go, Gerry basically just circled back again, just so he could reset his own rotation in the 3. So now I'm up high, MX is a wee bit close in here. Maybe I liked him a wee bit further over here, so we can cover more ground, but it's not really bad. Gerry's on the ball, so Gerry gets this clear, and because I'm up front, I'm there. I'm decided I was going to challenge the ball. As you can see, 2 of them went for this. They're getting really flustered because there's 2-0 down the series. They just want to try and get an early goal, try and break us down. 2 of them go for that. Third one's in really quickly, but we deal with it really well. MX has a really good clear. I follow up further down the pitch. Gerry's in position for their clear. So basically, whenever they were getting it in position to clear something, we were there. The person that was starting the attack was the first man challenging, and then someone was always coming in behind to be the clear for if it went over the first person. MX here, really, really good patience. Obviously, he can see the ball coming at him from this aerial shot. He can't tell if Maestro's going to tap it, but Remkoe is also coming across on the fly. Right from here, Remkoe's coming at an angle, and he notices it, and he starts to turn towards the goal because he notices if I'm side on and backflip, never going to save it. So he turns towards the goal, waits for the touch, and then instantly it lands right behind him, and he side flips, gets it wide. Me and Gerry go for this. I'm pretty sure I called this, but I called it really late, so Gerry was right to go for it. But we actually get a wee bit of a pinch, and it helps it go way down the pitch, which is really useful, and it helped MX go right onto it. So you can see, like I said before, MX was there challenging from his hit, and Gerry sweeped in, like, there you go, pops it up, and then he's there for a challenge. Gerry sweeps in instantly. He's here in case there's any clears down the middle, but because of how fast his rotation in is, like, by the time they were going to hit the ball, he would be way too close. So what he does is he rotates out, and then that allows me the space over here. Anywhere around here is all my space now, and that's when I challenge the ball, putting it back in. So you can see our rotations this series generally have been the difference. Our rotations around each other have been absolutely fantastic, and although you can't hear it, the comms that we had as well were really, really good. I'm as clear, Gerry's out to follow, MX is sitting back, he's then the next clearer. Bit of 50-50, bit of touching, bit of forward. Gerry with a really nice save. How did this happen? I'm pretty sure. Really bad 50-50s here. This was the first time they done what we were doing. I was here alone, but I had nobody cover me. MX is just off to the side. Maestro was here with me, and then behind Maestro was Pashy. I 50-50 it, MX is now covering behind me, but he's not facing the way I was hoping. So then Pashy gets a free touch. And that's what we'd been doing all series long, which worked. Someone was always following someone else in. And as you can see from it, Pashy then gets over MX because MX has to challenge. Gerry's in goal, but he has enough boost and the right positioning that even though that is going to probably go in top corner, Gerry's there, saves it by the post. Then what I do is, as you can see, MX covers the goal instantly to help. I went from here, I went from this area, I came right across the middle of the pitch, in behind Pashy, and in between Pashy and Maestro, and I take this boost. Now that is crucial because Remkoe hits this ball back in the middle, but Pashy's retreating back. I've took this boost so he can't take this boost and then turn back. Maestro, let's see, let's follow him for the last couple of seconds beforehand. So he's over here collecting pads, 2 pads. So I've sold this boost, Pashy has to leave. He has 2 pads worth of boost. Maestro has already put the ball in the centre, so their rotation's so far apart, and because I've stole this boost, they can't keep challenging, they have to retreat back. Remkoe misses that touch, Gerry gets it by Maestro. Pashy comes in late with a 50-50, and we strung them out so much that it came from a dangerous opportunity to us getting a goal. Literally all that, from that boost take right here, watch it, Pashy leaves, Maestro's sitting in the middle, Remkoe hits it in, gets blocked first man, tries to 50-50 it, loses, Maestro turns, tries to challenge, but he's probably got no boost now. Gerry taps it round and round the wall, Pashy comes in, hits a clear, really bad touch. MX falls in instantly on Pashy's touch, so by the time they get there, 50-50. And then that's where their rotations are flustered, all of them are coming back now. Remkoe has to touch that on a back turn. Maestro's heading to that far corner for the boost. Remkoe gets a really bad touch on it. Pashy was moving up here because he was hoping Remkoe could find him, but he couldn't. I touch it down straight in front of MX. MX runs onto this. Maestro, having rotated from all the way over here, is coming in late. So he's trying to challenge this because he's last man. Too late, free goal for us. 3 minutes left, we've got another lead in the series. Kick-off. First kick-off that's been a bit dangerous for us. Kind of went down the centre towards our goal. Got a half decent clear. Gerry follows up with a good clear on their attempted shot. Again, Gerry on first man defence. We're always there just to take the blocks. Game's really spread out right now. Remkoe's driving around trying to find an opportunity, so it's kind of 2v3 almost until they can find him, but they couldn't, so he has to retreat back. All 3 of us are up here. That's, from this point of view, I was quite dangerously positioned because MX is in here touching it, so I think I was thinking MX hit this here and then I can run onto it, but I didn't think about Gerry actually going for this as well. So I came all the way up the pitch, had to turn round instantly because I realised Gerry was going for it. Maestro had the opportunity to get a good clear, but sadly for him it wasn't. So it allowed me to turn round quickly, intercept it, and then both of them went up for it. They had the same idea, let's delay it again. Allowed me to get back, easy save. And then here we come out as a 3. A little pinch to the side, so I retreated back just for boost, although I get demoed here. But that demo didn't really do much because they weren't really attacking us, so we kind of got away with challenging there. I had no boost here, I'm sure. Not RMX, sorry. Demo again. But again, the demos they were getting, like that's probably the first 2 demos of the series, and that's them trying to play aggressive, but the times they done it, there wasn't any danger for any opportunity, and nothing was happening. MX gets a good 50-50 mid-air above our goal. I'm in defence, last man waiting. Right here, I do a really long rotation. I don't know why. It gives them a free opportunity for a goal. They hit the post. Should have been a goal probably. That was really bad rotation by me. MX up challenging, and then they come up. I touch it to the side for Gerry because I had no boost. I had like 30 boost, and I said to Gerry, I need boost. He said the right boost is here. So when he said that and I heard him flip across, I was like, he's going for that boost. So touch it to the side. Gerry's on it. He can hit it, and he has the boost as well. Get back to goal. MX takes control of the ball there. I take one boost pad, try and challenge. Wait, and then I get that boost. So now I've got boost. Gerry has no boost, I don't believe. MX has boost. So we've done really well with boost management as a team. Getting to the last minute of the game here, we're in their half. They just get a 50-50 challenge breaking out. Remkoe had a half-hearted attempt to come for me. You see here. He swooped round and then thought about it really late. I jumped over it just in case. And then I tried to continue the aerial onto a save. He hits it by the post and I get a pop which stops Remkoe coming in for the shot. He got a shot, I had it off Gerry. And this is when I kind of started to bar our goal. We were kind of getting a bit flustered, couldn't get the ball out. Two people kept going for the ball, and we were just trying to get it clear. But we did slowly get it further out, and now we're kind of back in a single rotation. Gerry's just happened there. So Gerry is at the ball, 50-50, gets behind him, so he turns round up the ball after getting the boost. I challenge, and Gerry challenges again. MX was up the other side getting boost, comes all the way back, puts me on Mars on the right hand side, and here is when series ends right here. So Gerry gets a really good play up the field, one-on-one, hits it wide of the post. But look at their rotation. They are so far up the pitch because they're just trying to get a goal. Maestro flicks it nicely. Remkoe challenges. Maestro hangs around for 3 seconds, 2 seconds too long. He goes to rotate to this corner, and then he realises that we're breaking, so he has to cut across. So he has like 2 boost pads, 1 boost pad. Gerry comes flying straight down the middle of the pitch, tries to hit a shot, hits the post, but Maestro was the last person back. MX gets a shot. He should have probably hit it to the right hand side of the goal, but he hits it enough, like far enough away from Maestro, that Maestro just can't get enough of the ball on the ball to save it. Last 30 seconds of the game 3, and we are 2-0 up. Even 50-50, Gerry wins the first contest. We are all boosted up, enough boost. I get up on the wall for a real long clear. Don't want them to get an aerial chance. On the wall, cleared out opposite side of the pitch. Pashy manages to get in there. Win a 50-50. Remkoe tries to redirect but he does it way too early. 2 of them go for the ball. And as you can just see, our rotation here is spread out. We're in position, we're able to challenge whatever they set as. Last 5 seconds of the game, we are challenging their goal. As you can see here, balls come down our end, letting the ball come down, taking the time. They challenge, miss the open goal on 0-0, but it's too late. Series 1. Shazoo win the series 3-0. Gfinity Round 4. Things to take away from this game that we played, that we've done really well. Boost management as a team. So, linked in with comms as well. So comms were really strong, saying things if we needed boost, how much we had, if we were challenging. Which allowed boost management to be really good because if one of us needed boost and another person was there, they would tell them if the boost was up so they didn't have to look away or whatever. Rotations were really smooth. Positioning for the most part was really good. Challenging and working as a unit to get out of defence onto an offence was really good. And making sure that we could stop their attacks early enough or break them up quick enough that they couldn't like pound our goal with lots of shots. Things we need to improve on. Again, there was situations where 2 people were going for the ball. It happened several times in this last minute. I think it must have happened about 6 times in the last minute. That's nerves, obviously. People panicking, just like clear the ball away. In this particular series, we played quite well. Had a few whiffs, not too much compared to some of the other things that we would possibly need to fix. So our second day as a team, first official tournament as a team, we take down number 2 EU. After this game, we actually lost the next round against, can't remember who it was, on a downer from obviously winning and then a break. But yeah, this is this video done for today. Hope you enjoyed the kind of walkthrough analysis. If you want me to adapt how I'm doing the analysis, if you want me to break it down into sections, if you want me to cut the video up into kind of important parts, if you're wanting to ask or know about particular things like rotation, boost management, why communication is important, why communicating about boost is important, that kind of thing, let me know in the comments, let me know why you want to know it, and hopefully next video I can answer and adapt the analysis to those kind of things. And as well, I hope you enjoyed the fact that it wasn't just analysis of our own team, it was also analysis of them, what they done well, what they didn't do that well, and just things both teams needed to improve on, or what both teams done really well. But thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, subscribe, and I shall see you on the next episode. Goodbye.